In this lesson, we're going to be solving rational equations. Number 1, we're going to solve the equation. We have 6x all over x plus 2 is equal to negative 2 all over x plus 2. Something that I want you to remember, that if you see a common denominator on both sides, that we're going to cross it off. So let's go ahead, and before we get started here, let's find our excluded value. So we know that x cannot be equal to negative 2 because we can't have the 0 on the bottom. Now, one of the things, if I'm looking at the x plus 2, what's it doing to that x on the top? Well, it's dividing it. And we know to undo division that we multiply. And what I do on one side, I have to do on the other side. And so see, what ends up happening is that these end up canceling out. And all I have left is 6x is equal to negative 2. So now I'm going to continue to isolate the variable. We're going to divide by 6 on both sides, and x is going to be equal to negative 2 all over 6, which then can be equal to negative 1/3. All right, question number 2. Again, so we're going to multiply by x plus 4 on both sides. So x plus 4 and x plus 4. And notice what's going to happen here, and they're going to cancel out over here as well. We should have done our excluded value. X cannot be equal to negative 4. And then now we have negative 5 is equal to x. So I really don't have anything more to solve. So x is equal to negative 5, and x cannot be equal to negative 4. All right, so question number 3, notice how we don't have common denominators here. And we need them to match because we need to be able to get those to cancel out. So I need a 3x over here to get them to match. And if I do that on the bottom, I have to do that on the top. And then on this side, I need to multiply by a 2x minus 5. And if I do that on the bottom, I have to do that on the top. All right, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and find our excluded values. So we know that x can't be equal to 0 because 3 times 0 would be equal to 0. So x cannot be equal to 0. And now remember this 2x minus 5, we're just going to take what is 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. And I'm going to say plus 5. And we have 2x is equal to 5, and then we'll divide by 2. And so our other excluded value could be 2.5, or we could just leave it as a fraction, 5 all over 2. Well, let's just write 2.5. All right. Okay, then let's get rid of this. There's going to be too much here. All right, so now that we have our denominators the same, now we know that they're all going to cancel out. So we're just going to get rid of everything on the bottom here. So we're going to then simplify. I'm going to distribute the 2, so I'll have 4x minus 10 is equal to then 3x squared plus 9x. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to solve this. Let's go ahead. I'm going to minus the 4x on both sides. We're going to move everything over to the other side, and then I'm going to also add the 10 because we're making it equal to 0. So then these cancel out over here, so we have 3x squared plus 5x plus 10 is equal to 0. All right, so I don't think there's going to be an easy way to do this other than to plug this into the quadratic formula. And when we do that, remember this is our a, this is our b, this is our c. And let me write the quadratic formula over here. It's negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right, so let's plug it in there. So negative b, we'd have a negative 5 plus or minus the square root of b, which is 5 squared, minus 4 times 3 times 10 all over then 2 times a would be 6. All right, if you plugged in this piece right here into the calculator, you probably noticed that you got an error. And the reason for that is that when I simplify that, I have my -5 plus or minus and then the square root. When I would take 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times 10, I end up with a -95, and then it would be divided by 6. Well, one thing that we can't have is we cannot take the square root of a negative. And so for that reason, this is a no solution. All right, question number 4. I just rewrote it because I needed a little bit more room. But notice how we have x plus 4 as a denominator, we have x plus 4 as a denominator, but we have to deal with that minus 3. That also needs to have a denominator of x plus 4. And in order to get that to have a denominator of x plus 4, I would have to, what I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So I'd have to multiply an x plus 4 on the top. All right, so now let's go ahead and now that we've got all the same denominators, let's go ahead and let's find our excluded value. We know that x can't be equal to -4. And then once all of the denominators are the same, we can just cross them off. So I'm going to have 3x minus, and I'm going to distribute here, -3x, and then minus 12 is equal to -12. Now, 3x minus 3x, those are going to cancel out. And notice how I don't have any variables left. And so I'm going to ask myself, is -12 divided or equal to -12? And it is. And so in this case, then my answer is going to be all reals. All right, so question number 5, I rewrote it so that we'd have a little bit more room on the bottom here. So let's go ahead and take a look. I have x plus 5 on the bottom as a denominator, and I have an x plus 2. So I need to have a number that x plus 5 will go into and the x plus 2 would go into. So we know that that's going to be x plus 5 times x plus 2. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to multiply everything on the bottom by x plus 2. And what I do on the bottom, I have to have on the top, because remember, we're getting common denominators here. And so now on the bottom here, I need an x plus 5 and an x plus 2. So what I do on the bottom, I have to do on the top here. So I'm going to x plus 5 times x plus 2. And then to have a common denominator here, I need to just have the x plus 5. And since I did that on the bottom, I have to do that on the top. Now that I have common denominators for everything, let's go ahead and we know that x, let's get our excluded values. X cannot be equal to -2 and x cannot be equal to -5 because that would make a 0 on the bottom of those. So we have our excluded values here. Now that we have a common denominator here, we need to just cross everything off. And what we're going to do is we're going to simplify everything on the top. So I'm going to FOIL, and then I'm going to simplify. And so I'm going to do that. You're not going to see all the steps because otherwise our lesson is going to get to be too long. When I simplify x plus 2 times x minus 1, you're going to get x squared plus x minus 2. And now when you FOIL, or you distribute here, and then you FOIL it to x plus 2, you're going to get plus 6x squared, and then you'll have plus 42x plus 60, and that's going to be equal to, and now then again you're going to distribute here, and you'll get -2x minus 10. So now let's go ahead and let's combine our like terms. So I have, we're going to have 7x squared, and I've got a 1x here, so we're going to then have plus 42, or so I'll have plus 43x, and then going to combine these, and we'll get plus 58 is equal to negative 2x minus 10. All right, so now we need to get our equation equal to 0. So I'm just going to add the 2x to each side, and I'm going to add the 10 to each side. So plus 2x, we're going to have our 7x squared plus 45x. And then I'm going to add the 10. So now both of these is canceling out. Plus 68 is equal to 0. All right, so I'm going to solve this. You could do it with a quadratic equation, or you could do it by factoring. And since I know the factors, we're just going to solve this by factoring. And then the factors that will work here are 17 and 4. And let's just double check. So we have 17x and 28x. And does that equal to 45? 17x plus 28x equals to 45. So we know that that works. And so, and they're all going to be pluses. So I have 7x plus 17 is equal to 0. And then we're going to divide by 7. So x is equal to negative 17 all over 7. And then this one here is really easy. X plus 4 is equal to 0. And so we'll minus our 4, and x will be equal to then negative 4.